Hello, this is Jason's Electronics Repair. I'm Jason, and welcome to my ER. How is everyone doing today? Getting the stream set up here. Hopefully, I'm getting the stream set up. That should be good to go. So, all right, so we are live. Just gonna sit here. Let me see what we got here. We got some tea going on here. I'm gonna go to the overhead camera. So I got this tea to life stuff. My wife thought it would be a great idea. Chris, Sarah, Stephen, I got this tea. My wife got me this. It's white lavender tea. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's nasty. It's white tea with lavender pieces. I don't even think it has caffeine in it. Yeah, I don't even think it has caffeine. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a real peppy stream. But you see how weak it is? Oh, you really can't see how weak it is, but it's super weak. Hey, Micro. Andy, how's it going? So it's very weak tea. And I got a package. So I'm not sure what this is, but we'll find out. So, assuming this is from AliExpress, and I bet you it's digitizer. Oh, no. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. It's one of my phone tools. This came early. Surprised. So, this is one of them Mechanic IMAX 9 thing. It's got the little hook tool in it. Stuff for cleaning out underfill, stuff for lifting, BGA chips. I might use one of these today because I got some stuff planned for the Nintendo Switch. So that's that. You need some Death Wish coffee. My wife actually tried that stuff. I didn't care for it, but yeah, my wife loves strong coffee. I'm a strong tea person myself. I do drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning to wake up, and that's the only cup of coffee I have. So get these staples out of here. I saw another one. I'm going to use this thing to lift the CPU off of the Switch. But I'm going to start doing some phone stuff shortly. So, a couple people have kindly offered to send me some phone boards to practice on. So, Phil being one of them. So, I sent Phil a message. I wonder if he's going to make it. Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Ken, how you doing? Oh, they really stapled this together. They don't want you getting into it. Let's see here. So let's dump these everywhere and we'll never find them again. So we have these 2 cleaning tools there and some sandpaper. Seriously, they gave me some sandpaper. That's interesting. Pick that image up a little bit. That's too much. All right, so let's zoom in on these tools here and we'll see what we got and what we can use today. So this is the handle. It's not bad. It's got some weight to it. So I hear they make good tools. So this is these 2 little hooker blade thing and glue cleaner, I would assume. And then these are different flat bladed things for pulling chips. So all different sizes. I am going to use this one right here to lift the CPU off the board. This one right here. I'm going to load this one in there. Load that one in there. And I'm going to use that to lift the Switch CPU off the board. So now, where to keep these? I keep adding stuff to this box because is eventually not going to have any probes in it. It's going to be all random stuff that I don't want to lose or mess up. So that's what this box is going to end up being. No probes and all random stuff. So, all right, let's back out here. And let me switch to this camera. So this is my side shot camera. As you can see, I have a different fume extractor. This one is my old one, and what it was doing was, with this board holder, it was drawing air across the bottom and the top, and it was cooling down the board as I was trying to heat it up. So I got this one for more of an overhead thing, and it's variable control, so I can turn it up or down. It moves a lot of air. It definitely moves a lot of air. So, but I can set it to the right level I want and get the fumes out of here, but also not cool down my board. So, the tea is getting better now that it's been steeping for 20 minutes. So we'll hopefully get there. Stay away from over. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like weak coffee. We got this Tetley tea black coffee in loose grounds, and I like that. I make iced tea with it. I make all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different tea with it. Hot tea, iced tea. All right, so let's review on what's going on here. So not this switch. This switch is not for the, that is my good working switch. Let us take a look at this board here. Switch number 7. This one has the short on M92 still. So I want to go over this here on this board. Let me turn my meter on here and open the software because, you know, why would I be prepared? It's weird. Phil was talking to me on Messenger, and I haven't heard from him since I said I was going to be streaming. So, yeah, it's like a CPU tool, Micro. It's for like pulling. I see people cleaning the glue on the iPhones and stuff, and I got one from AliExpress, which actually came pretty quick. I ordered it about a week and a half ago, so that's actually pretty good. So I'm happy about that. And of course, my meter is dead. Alarms are going off. It is a morning. Excuse me. Okay, let's add that. And let's put us in continuity mode. Add that. Add it to the screen. Woohoo, we did it. We have a meter on the screen. So if I come over here, we'll get the scope in on this one. Just so we can have it right. I changed my viewing angle on the scope to zoom in for Phil so you can see how close my scope got to the board. So it's a little off. So let me get it focused up here and we'll look at M92. All right, if we go over here, we got M92 and I will show you my short on M92 is, it's not a completely dead short, but it's close to it. It's close enough that it's wrong. So right there, it's 36 ohms. So I got a 36 ohm short to ground. Now, that line, as far as I can tell with the testing I've done, not pulling a CPU, hey RB King, not pulling the CPU, that line runs through this max IC right here that I have already pulled, and no issues. And then it also runs through P13, that capacitor up there, which has been pulled. Then it also runs through this max IC through this line on the standby battery voltage line, which these are short also. So if I come in here and I look at, oh, not that cap. Which cap was it? Is it this one? Which one was it? It must be gone because I pulled the I pulled the max chip. Was it this one maybe? No. Oh. Yeah, I don't remember. Was it? Maybe it was this one. Yeah, it was on this coil. Okay, so this coil is 35 ohms to ground. There was something else on this coil line here. This board is nasty with flux. I'm going to clean this board real quick. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up a little bit to liquefy the flux. Let me get my coffee out of here. Tea, I don't know why I called that coffee. So I'm going to heat this up a little bit and get this flux off of here. Yes, I know them joints are nasty. So turn on the fume extraction. All right, get that warmed up. And then we're going to clean that up. I don't know why I didn't clean the board when I was done on here last time. So there we go. And I'm going to get a little IPA. All right, so get off my brush. Okay, so that is that cleaned off. Let's test it now. Jay, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, Bill was probably sleeping. We didn't watch it. Yeah, it is. It is it. Yeah, it's 5:45 here. So, no, I don't dream about switches. I pretty much pass out from medication and then wake up thinking about switches. So, is it this one? Yeah, it was this one. There's 1 ohm there. Oh, that's still not giving me a reading, but this one is definitely short. There it is. It's this one up here. So that's on that same line as I just showed you. So, and then I know that all of those lines are on this CPU. So my next logical thing is to pull that CPU and see if it goes away. I'm going to clean this metal frame here. Up here I'm cleaning. I guess it has a marker for pin 1 right here. So I'll remember that, I guess. All right, let me zoom the scope out here. I'm going to reball something, not this CPU. The CPU is definitely not going to be reballed. I'm just pulling it to see if the short goes. Is that going to be a good shot, or should I do a different camera? Hey, Phil's here. Look at that. Let's do this. Let's go over here and see how far I can zoom in with this camera. So let's see how far I can zoom in with this camera. Pull the CPU. There we go. That's pretty good. So lighten that up a little bit. So we are going to pull this CPU here. I'm going to clean some flux off the table. So I should have my airflow set to 60 and my temperature is 480. I'm going to take off my nozzle. I'm going to attempt to take off my nozzle. There it goes. All right, so took off the nozzle, and I already knocked off the max IC fill. See, the max IC is already gone, so I took it off first so I don't look like a fool. So that's how I'm doing it. All right, let's get some flux on the situation here. We're going to try to get rid of this this garbage that I got from a company I'm not going to name that shills their stuff on their channel. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I never pulled the switch CPU. So we're going to get crazy up in here. Oh, Phil, check out my new tool. I got this. Yeah, I opened it earlier. You missed it. So I don't know how much of this you're going to see, but just waiting for the chip to move a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it off of there. There it goes. And we're going to flip it. Oh. Now it's underneath the shield. And I'm going to need a pair of tweezers now. Wow, that was an epic fail, huh, guys? Okay. So the CPU is now off. That was an epic fail. Let's see if I pulled any pads. Oh, it got hot. So let's just take a look at this CPU here. Get it on the Scopy. So there we go. That is the CPU. I don't see anything catastrophic. So all right, so I am going to try something here. I'm going to add some flux to this CPU here. And I'm going to take some solder wick here. What do I have? What is this? What size is this here? That's not what I want. I don't want that size. Maybe another size. There it is. So I'm going to take some of this thicker stuff here that is bent up. And I'm going to take and cut a piece off. And I'm going to grab it with my hot tweezers. You can see that. I'm just going to tease it with a little bit of hot air just to make sure my wick doesn't stick and pull the pad. I don't like this method. So, I don't like that method. Maybe on a smaller chip that'll work. So what I want to do is I'm going to knock out any of these bridges with my iron here. So add flux. And I'm going to get my leaded solder. Oh, what do we got here? Anybody getting seasick? From all the camera moving, my bad. Time for some blood sausage and eggs. Eggs gross. Mix 380, 180. You mean low melt? Or is this? I have 183 here, I believe. Alright, so we're just going to knock these pads down here, like so. Could just put a bigger tip on and get this done quicker without using the hot air, but I'm just going to use the hot air. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to zoom this camera out here, bring it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to dump the scope, go back to this, and then we're going to clean this up a little bit here. So, this board is nasty. Okay, so let's check that short again and see if that short is still there. Meter's still on the screen. Yeah, I know I need to use a bigger tip. It's called laziness. So I'll put a bigger one on when I clean it. So is that still shorted? No, it's not. That's normal for that line. So the CPU is definitely shorted. So that is what I thought when this capacitor here is shorted to ground or has a firm short or a light short. Let me bring it up here. So this is M92 here. And if, from what I found, if this capacitor goes short or has like a soft short, like this one was 38 ohms, which is enough to be shorted because it's supposed to be right around this, about at 1K roughly, and that's pin 18 on M92. And if that's shorted, if it's not this max IC down here by the CPU or the max IC on the back of the board, it's most of the time the CPU. And that is what it was. So the CPU has been pulled and the short is gone. So that leads me to believe that that is definitely the CPU causing that short. So someone asked me how I mount my thermal camera to the bottom of my scope. Let me talk about that for a second. And let me just mention that real quick. So I don't have to do a separate thing on it. And we're going to talk about some more Switch stuff, and I'm going to have my little rant phase. So, turn off the fume extractor. Okay, so here is my mount for my camera. It's flipped upside down. So what I do is, when it's not charging, I take my flare camera and I feed it around this side here. And I take these little light clamps here and I just clamp it to the bottom of my bracket so that I'm not on the actual camera. So I just have it there like so. There like that. So I turn it on and then I take my cable here, which is no, not that. Take my other end of my cable that plugs into my phone, and then I have it on the scope, and I can just move it in front of my work, and I have it there. So that's where that goes when it's not after it's charged, and I hang it up there like that to use it. So I do use the software to put it on the screen, but it's got a watermark on it, and I don't know if I feel like paying for whatever it costs for their software a month to have my thermal camera on the screen. I'm sure there's another way to do it, but I'm not too bothered by it. So all right. Okay, so we got that cleaned up. I'm a cleany person. So let's get this CPU cleaned real quick. Let's just clean this off so I can put it away without it getting gooey everywhere. And this will be reballed in the future, just for practice. I have a stencil coming for this. So this will be my donor board for the time being. Well, per eternity, because it doesn't work. So let's see what we have here. Is it try and find where P13 goes to CPU on that cap. Seriously, I'm not doing that on the stream. I will find out where that goes on this cap because I plan on testing all the pads under the CPU. But I'm not. That's not stream material to watch me probe every single pad under the CPU. It's like watching somebody reball a CPU by hand. Nobody wants to see that. Get in there. There we go. I'm just gonna put that in the cleaner for just to clean it. To get that flux off of there. So I'm gonna put this in its bin of stuff. Okay, while that's going in there, and before I get on to my next item for the Nintendo Switch, let's talk about stuff I have coming. So we saw my little chip puller things. Hand reball, yeah. I am doing a hand reball because I got in solder balls. So here's my solder balls. Phil recommended these from AliExpress. They showed up. So I got all the different sizes I need. I'm going to be doing a RAM chip soon on an Xbox. To do that, it's a working Xbox. Well, it's supposedly working. We'll take a look at it and make sure it's working, all that good stuff. But let me pull up my AliExpress stuff here. And let's take a look at what I have coming for this phone stuff that I'm supposedly getting in the mail. So, um, so where's it at? 2. So here's what I got. I got a heating station, some iBridge stuff, a fixture, boot box, and I have my 559. I think that's Xbox X, 1X. Then I got this reballing. I got some Kingbo Flux. There's the switch stencil, a bunch of ports, some parts. Of course, it wants me to sign in now. Okay, hold on. I don't know why my little thumb drive that I use to sign into things is, oh my God, it wants to send me a verification text every time. I don't know why it does this. This is why I popped it off the screen. I mean, I get it. I appreciate the security, but I use a thumb drive. It's supposed to deal with all the security garbage. So, yeah, painful. It is entertaining to watch somebody else do it. All right, let's see if this actually logs me into my AliExpress this time. If it does, I will. While you're all here, check this out. I added some different stuff. I got rid of the writing on this, and I added some parts and stuff on there. So I added that to that. So that's cool. All right, so this should be good to go. Let me flip this board over and give it another whirl. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at this now. So we looked at all this stuff. So, oh, I got so this is the one. So reballing stencils. This is the 158s for the S. I got some Wi-Fi ICs to try. I got 2 plungers, the solder balls, which I confirmed. See what else. I can go 30 per page. It's not that much stuff. No, I received all this to it. Why is this showing me stuff I already received? Oh, that's why I'm on page 2. So, the huge spade tipper. Yeah, that yeah, I'll show them in a second here. Yeah, let me pull it up on this screen over here, and then I can open it. I'm hoping that does something. Yeah, that's loading up right now. So I drag this over here. And no, I don't want a coupon. So these are the tips that Phil sent me. There is that size. So good size tips. These work on Hacko. So it goes from 40 millimeter up to 10.4, or from 10.4 to 40 millimeter. So what size did you get, Phil? Because it looks like they don't have a 2 or a 6. So what is this one? $9. It's not bad for the 10.4 millimeter. 32 to 16. So that's not bad. No, I don't. Stop. So, but this is, so that's that. Stencils for RAM, Max are M92s, Wi-Fi. That glue remover kit I already got. Yeah, so we've seen all that. So that's what I have coming on the way. So, all right, let's see what I missed in there. Yeah, I have the hot stone in my cart. I'm just waiting for some stuff to clear up. Here, I'll show that real quick. Someone mentioned it. Here's what that looks like. Here, this is it right here. It's for reballing chips. So it comes with all the stencils and stuff. You can remove the glue and then you can reball your chips on it. So that looks pretty cool. I want one of those. So yeah. So you ordered a 1, a 3, and a, oh, that's not bad. That's more than I would have got. You're getting 10? What? Wow. Yeah, I've seen them. I got Hacko ones on order, but they're gonna be a while before they show up. So they're not bad. They're cheaper than the Hacko brand. Okay, so we want to see something interesting on the Switch. I'm not gonna do my rant. I'm in a better mood than I was a little bit ago. So who wants to see something interesting on a Nintendo Switch? Let me find what one I want to do this to. Oh, I might as well do it to this one. If it still charges. So we're going to dry that off. Run the safety wash. Still haven't hooked up my compressor yet. From what I understand, this will charge a battery without a CPU. So, at least from what I understand, or at least it will do it with a shorted CPU. So I'm going to take my battery. I'll plug my battery in, and I'm going to find my charging lead here. Plug that in. And it turns on and it's charging at 320 milliamps. Boom. So it does charge without a CPU. So there you go. Breaking news. Breaking news. The Switch will charge a battery without the CPU. Tune in 4 hours for more information. And then we're just like every other TV station. So here's what I want to talk about. So let's put this in this holder here, because I'm gonna have to pull this USB-C port. So in a previous video, I have found out that you can inject voltage into a switch if you have some interesting stuff. So I'm gonna plug into this channel 1, and you're gonna have to take my word for what's on the screen. Let's just put it on the screen. Hold on. So let's load up that software now. Okay, so if I put the power on the screen, I haven't chroma keyed that yet. Yeah, that's going to be a nice addition to the tip. Yeah, I just tried the hot tweezers and solder wick, and I didn't like it as much as I've done it. I've done it before in smaller stuff, but on the CPU it wasn't fun. So if I plug this in and I turn it on at 5 volts, you're going to see it drop, and it's not going to do anything because the battery's not plugged in. So let's turn it back off. Let's plug the battery in. Let's flex the board real good. If I plug that in, it's going to charge 0.47. So it's the first one on the. Let's just. Well, no, I'm going to need them both in a minute. So I found out that you can charge the battery that way. Now, if I turn that off and I get out my voltage injection probes, which are not multimeter probes. They are specially designed voltage injection probes. No, that's bull. They are probes, regular probes. So I just buy adapters to plug them into my power supply. Actually, they come as leads. These are actually the leads to my singlet meter. So Singlet makes great equipment. So let's set channel 2 to 5 volts. Okay, so channel 1 is off and channel 2 is set for 5 volts. If I unplug this this cable right there and I turn on channel 2, so I have my 5 volts, and I come in here and I try to inject 5 volts to this board, I get no current draw. But if I plug in this adapter into the USB-C port, right, and I press this right here, it's going to inject voltage. What? Come on. Now it's going to call me a liar. So I swear to you, this was injecting voltage. Oh, the battery's not connected. Wow. Okay. It was like everything I learned is gone. No, it's good. So there we go. So now I'm injecting voltage into the power rails of the thing. So yeah, I tried making a breakout cable. It didn't work. So so now I can inject voltage into that switch. So, but if I, like I said, if I unplug that and I try to do it, it doesn't do it. So what's so special about this device? And Micro Mage Repair turned me onto this because I had a different cable that I plugged into my power supply that I tried charging the switch with, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. There's something about this adapter that makes it so you can inject voltage. So I went and took a look at what is interesting about this this adapter, and I found a couple things, and it trolled me for a while because what I found I thought was it. So if you come here, and I can't show you on this one because I already did something to it. If I grab out this test board here and I get my meter in continuity mode, meters in continuity mode, let's go up here and I press play. There we go. So we're in continuity mode. We're going to put it on the screen. And if I touch D plus and D minus on this board, which is these two right here, I get nothing. It's open line. But if I, well, sorry, I messed that up. It's this way. So if I touch these two here, it's open line. So it's not going to be connected. But if I plug in this unit and I touch those 2 points, it's shorted. So D plus and D minus are now shorted with that plugged in. So I was like, woohoo! So I put a 0 ohm jumper between D plus and D minus right there, right? I was like, woohoo, inject some voltage. It's going to work. Nope, definitely did not work. So that trolled me for a while because I was trying to figure out why that wouldn't work, because I replicated what this plugged into, what the adapter plugged into. So I replicated it. Why is it not working? Well, because I didn't check for far enough into this this unit here. If I go to, this should give me ohms too. So it's these 2 pins right here. So on the bottom row, it's pin 4 and 5. It's going to make me a liar now. Okay, is it this one or this one? Okay, so it's going to make me a liar. Come on, find the right pin. Okay, so this was giving me 55 ohms before across VCon and CC. So I don't know why I'm not getting it now. So I'll show you on here. So if I come in here on this switch and I touch between these 2 points here, I get 0 ohms. If I touch between these 2 points, I get open line, not 0 ohms, open line. Then if I plug this in, I touch between those 2 points. Okay, so this is going to call me a complete liar after I figured this out for hours. What is going on here? Okay, well, this is sad. I really did. This worked. This worked. It worked really, really well. There it is, 55K. Woohoo, I found it. So between V plus and VCon, this bottom test point here, and the other one, there's mega ohm, but between these 2 points, there is 55K. So those 2 points on this switch port are, I believe it's pin 4 and 5 on the bottom row of the pins. So, okay, hold on here. Noob, thanks. Yeah, so I was right. I just had the meter on the wrong setting. Turned on him. Matter how it needs to balance it. It shouldn't need to balance the voltage. It's a single cell. Rotate the plug. Yeah, it's not. If I rotate the plug, I should have the same reading to these 2 points here. So yeah, so I have that there, and then I have on the other point because the point switched. So now I've tested this and it worked off and on. If I put a 50K ohm resistor across B4 and 5, 40402 across those 2 pads, you can inject voltage. So do it at your own risk because it's very finicky and it does work. It just, it tends to be a pain in the butt. So you can either do it through connecting a 1206 between these 2 points here, that's 55K, or like I said, on the B pads, you can connect a 0402 or 0201 across those 2 pads, 55K, and then you can, inject voltage into these 2 points right here, ground and this power point right here. You can also charge the battery by injecting into this pad over here, just so you know. I mean, not charge the battery, test the BQ circuit. Because if you look at, let's plug this in real quick. I'll show you what I mean. If you look at this and I turn this on, turn that one off. If I turn this on and I look at the voltage, not the resistance, let's blow my meter up on stream. That's fantastic. So that is not have a battery plugged in, seriously. I'm turning into Phil, forgetting things. Okay, not enough caffeine because that tea is uncaffeinated. So if I come over here and I touch this pad right here, this is your battery charge voltage. So this is what my battery voltage is, but you can charge through this point to test BQ. So if I turn this off here and I turn this other side on. So I'm going to turn this other side on and I'm going to set it to 4 volts because I don't want to You don't want to inject 5 volts because normally the power is regulated before it gets to BQ. So if I come in here and I touch this point here, it should draw current. No, it's not. What was that? Oh, scared the crap out of me. So this is not going to work today because I'm having issues. So this should draw current to charge the battery. Why is it not charging? Okay, you know what? There, I gave you the information. Run with it because this is not cooperating today. Could be because it doesn't have a CPU, but I don't think that that's the case. So that is that funness done. So there you go. That's the information. I shared it. Everybody has it now. So let's move on to a different unit. So I'm going to zoom out here. So that frustrated me to no end. It was like I was testing it all over again, and I was like, why is this not working? What is going on? So we have the first switch, which I think I may have a solution to fix it, but I pulled the max IC off of it to try reballing it, and I had no success. So I'm going to attempt to reball it right now. Let me get said max IC out of its little home here. So let's get that out of here. I believe I put it. Oh, there it is. Hey, Mr. Max IC, how you doing? Woohoo! Okay, so it has a bunch of solder balls on it, which is fantastic because, you know, that's going to be great for it. So I'm going to use this right here. And I'm going to get this under the scope somewhere. Oh, wow, that'll fit in that little groove right there. That's good to know. Okay, so all right, so I'm not going to hand reball this. I'm going to use a stencil after I clean the chip off. So but I need to get all the old solder off first. So I guess it won't fit in that groove. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some chip quick flux, and that's not even on the screen. Wow. So there we go. So I'm going to get some chip quick flux here. Add that to that. And I'm going to turn back on the iron. And I'm going to cut a little bit of wick off. And that is heated up. And I'm going to position this chip so that I can not lose it here. So let's do it that way. So I'm going to take tweezers in that hand, this one, and oh, oh. Just cleaning this chip off here. All right, so that should be good enough to reball. So I am going to drop that right into my vise. That's fantastic. So let's see here. Where can I reball this chip at? I'm going to reball it right here. So all right, so there's that chip at right there. I'm going to clean it off a little bit. And I got a giant solder ball on it. Fantastic. So I'm going to add a little bit more flux over here. And I'm going to cut another piece of wick off here. All right. All right, there we go. So now that is cleaned off. Okay, so let's clean the chip again. I got the solder ball off of there. Okay, so now we're gonna hit the thumbs down. I appreciate that. Hit that thumbs down. That's fantastic. Okay, we got some new people. Tiago, I don't know if I said hello to you. Hello, how you doing? And then Lachi Jackson. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. I'm sorry if I did. I have never been someone who could say names. It was always a skill I failed at. I would have meetings with people and I would butcher somebody's name and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Never been good at that. Never been good at words in general. Okay, let's grab the stencil here. All right, so does this seriously not have the chip I need on it? Oh, this stencil stinks. What? Okay, if you look at this, look, there's the max IC, the square max IC. Then there's this max IC, but there's that's way too big. There's that one square and that one square. And there's that one. I believe that one might be the Wi-Fi. This stencil stinks. Okay, well, there goes. Let me see if one of these is close and I can just get away with it. Yeah, that's got the right pitch. Could probably make do with that. That's irritating. That is very, very irritating. That is Kimwick here. It's Kimwick. CapTech uses this stuff. It also goes under that's Kimwick too. Here, it's also known as Superwick by MG Chemicals. It's all the same company. But hey, Jaden, how's it going? But I'll just use a different name, but it's all the same chemical process. Okay, so I got my stencil-y thing here. Go back to the scope. I'm going to turn my air down to about 380. Now I'm going to do 420. And I'm going to set my airflow down to about 35. I've never done this with this air station, so I am going to experiment. So I have some solder paste that is probably not going to work. Could work. Could be a thing. So submerge it on. Not quite as wet as yours, Phil, but it's still too wet. Okay, so okay. Oh, I have to do the air right-handed. Seriously. So we're going to heat this up here. I don't think that worked. I don't think that's going to be good. I need my other tweezers. There we go. So yeah, I wish I had the right size stencil because this sucks right here. There we go. I got it off. So let me take a look here. Let's zoom in and see how I did. Let's clean it off. So we can take a look here. Okay, so let's zoom right in. So, yeah, I think it'll be fine though. All right. All right, so okay, so I don't think that looks half bad. It's your guys' opinion. No, I think it's fine. Let's not lose that chip. So, and you know me, I'm going to spend a second to clean up my mess. Okay, let me clean my stencil here. Okay, so not too bad. Probably could have toned back on the air temperature a little bit. Should have read chat. Use caps on tape to resize. Yeah, I could have used cap on tape to resize it, but do we really need to do all that? Please tell me you have tried piss. What? I don't even know what that means. Made a new chip. Looks really good. Yeah, looked great. Thank you, Phil. If from the ashes, I touch a flux, generally reboot as possible. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I could try to mess it up. Let's do that, and then I won't flux the chip when I go to put it on the board. I don't know if I want to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with it. I get more comfortable, like on iPhones or something, and get some more practice. I will be more comfortable with that. So let's get this on to the scoop section. So let's get this on here. And let's put it under there like so. Okay. So we need to clean up that area. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the last one. I'm going to put a little bit of flux that you have to clean. This is Kingbo flux. Apparently it's not a no clean flux. Someone lied to me. They lied. All right, I'm going to get me some wick cut off here. Add that to that. Okay, I need to regrip this here. Okay. Definitely need to turn on the fume extractor. Okay, we're going to get here, guys. I'm sorry. They make a better set of tips for this. Got moved. So, come in here with my soldering iron. Clean it. There we go. Well, that was stupid. Okay, so that was that. Way better than trying the little trick there with the I got some solder mask off of some sections here, but I'm gonna go with it fine. So agree refloat with a bit of flux. Yeah, you didn't say it wasn't no clean film. Add a little IPA. Yes, you tell me that every time I complain. Hey Chris, how's it going? Where's little? Yeah, I already flooded it with leaded. Yeah, this is the one I flooded with leaded the last time. We've already worked on this. You think I need to recoat the traces? Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So we're going to get out the conformal coating. We're going to get a hypodermic needle. That's the way we roll with the hypodermic needles. All right, so turn that off a bit. So, hate this stuff. hate this stuff with a passion. It gets everywhere and it doesn't clean. Don't have anything here. All right, whatever. All right, so I'm going to just dab a little bit right there, and then I'm going to place it with my tweezers here. So definitely not with those tweezers. Okay, so where is my little needle here? Okay, so I need to focus here. So give me a second here to focus. Okay, so there's that, and now I'm gonna clean that off. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna get that off of that. Where is my teeny tiny Q-tips? So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to clean it off of those two pads I put it on. All right, so there we go. So if I need to scrape that back, I will. Hold on a second. I got to put the microphone up. I had to go get my 18650 battery from the charger. So let's put this in there. All right. All right, so let's go off of there. Move that away from my camera. Seriously? What? There we go. So I had it on backwards. And the battery in backwards. It doesn't say which way it goes. So I'm just going to cure this up over here. What is the A fill? It's 0.2 3D including. Hey, that's a good idea. I have 3D printer stuff. I have to look for that issue. Yeah, I could do that. So I use conformal coating. I don't use it near as much as other people use it. I try not to have to use it. I'm not a huge fan of the stuff. You know, I'm assuming when I get more stuff, I'll use it, but it doesn't really come up a whole lot on a Nintendo Switch. So, all right, that should be good. All right, so that little mess isn't working out the way I have my flux and stuff, so I'm gonna have to work that out. Everything is being coated with flux. All right, let me reflow. Let me add a little bit of flux and reflow these balls here like everybody is saying that I do. So let's get this on here like so, and we'll switch to the scoop and we'll get that off. Sorry about that. Forgot they were on there. All right, let me get a little bit of Luxiflux. There we go. Nice little itsy bitsy amount. Not near as much as it needs, but it'll be fine. So let me hold the chip here. So there's something that fell. That's fantastic news. All right, there we go. That burned my finger, so that was a good idea, guys. Nothing like good burned finger to make a good stream. So, all right, so let's get this on there like so. Get that a minute. Let me check this pad right here. So there's that. We'll get that cleaned up. Just, all right. So we are going to take a little applicator here. We're going to take our flux and we're going to dab it in there. We're going to dab a little bit on there like so. Way too much. That's how we go. We always put too much. Okay, I'm hoping my sound's still working. There's also a red clock. Yeah, I'm gonna start out with phone board on there and just mess around. I want to get flex board view, but not right away when I do phone stuff. So I'm waiting for some phone stuff to arrive to fix or to mess with or whatever it is that you guys want to classify it as. I can't see what. Oh, there's no. That's not it. There is pin 1. I'll have to clean it. So can't see pin 1. All right, here we go. What? Is this pin 1 up here? I can't see it. Yeah, it is pin 1. Okay, so there we go. Let's stick that down. Okay, so that looks about right. And we are going to turn our airflow down to about 25. And we're going to slowly warm this up. Hopefully sit this max IC down if I am on camera. No, that's actually for scale models. That's a Tamiya um, cotton bud. It's super compact. It's for weathering on scale models. So works great for that. Move out of the way. Stupid, too much flux. So, move it. Yeah, yeah, they're stupid expensive. I'm gonna let you know that right now. They're stupid expensive. For weathering a scale model, you really don't have a choice because you got to have the something that's not going to leave fibers in the weathering. But yeah, they're stupid expensive. I forgot to turn my air back up. So now I'm at 440. All right, I think that might have kicked out too far, but it's down. So, cheers. Um, uh, without as much effort for the knowledge of others. Not good. That's pretty good. Right to repair. No, it's 7 a.m. here, Bill. Can it do one as well? It's 99p. Let me show you. Let me look these up on Amazon. You can get them at what is it called? Can't think of the name of the place. Micro Mart, I think is the name of it is. Tamiya, T-A-M. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Fix that before you all see my mistake. All right, let's pop this up here. So, um, Here they are right here. Tammy America. You get 50 pieces for $4.40 with $2 shipping. Here's 50 pieces for $8.10 with Amazon. This is the medium. The extra small is great. That's not what I use there. That might have been, no, that wasn't an extra small. That was a medium in the wedge cut. Like there's this kind of cut. So there's tons. There's small. There's pointed. There's tons of different ones, but Amazon sells them. But I mean, you're paying $8 for 50 cotton swabs. That's like stupid amount of money. I mean, I'd rather have nicer tools or something. But they do serve a purpose. I have tons of them because they used to give them out at conventions for scale models. So I have tons of them. In fact, I might throw a pack in for Phil. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Hey, Phil, I'm going to give you a pack of them cotton buds. If you want, I have tons. Let me see here. Yes, I thought I did. Yeah, there we go. So there you go. See, I got a whole pack of them. I'm going to give you. They're pretty good. Let me get this garbage off here. Got my name and address on it. There we go. So as you can see, this is 50. It's like $8 on Amazon. But I'm gonna throw these. These are the small. I'm gonna put those in your box, Phil. So we're gonna tuck these in your box. There you go. Which is going out Monday because the ship station is still not set up, and I'm just gonna send it regular mail. So. Clown North. Okay, here we go. Wow, it's 7 on. No, it goes off at 7 every day. It's normally to get my son up for school and take medication, but I'm ahead of the game today, and it's Sunday, so he doesn't have to get up. But clean off that. So it gets to a point where YouTube provides enough money to live on. I'll be doing repairs at points cost just to keep the content. Yeah, that's going to be cool when you just buy garbage and fix it like Tronics Fix does. He's almost at 1 million, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, I'm happy where the channel is right now. I mean, I wanted to get to 1,000 to get the community tab, and as you guys know, that I've been sharing images and whatnot on the community tab for you guys. So hope you guys have been enjoying that. I have some more images to go up. Actually, I have a whole document full of images to go up, but I am doing some edits on them to make them look more signature, kind of like what Phil did with his PlayStation 4. His PlayStation 4 tips and little pinout thing. So I'm going to do that kind of thing to where they're like, go back to my channel and whatnot. So I put that chip back on there. I set out, I spray-balled it with a stencil, and all that good stuff. Can you link me to some probes that fit in my PSU? Listen, it's not the probes, it's these adapters. They're shielded banana jack to banana jack. You can buy these on Amazon. They're like $5 for the set, but that's all they are. They're shielded plugs to banana jack. So I buy mine in sets, not on Amazon. I get them from the work truck. So, but yeah, that's all I use. I have 3 sets of them. That's all I'll ever need. So, um, 13 PS5s for a video. Hopefully they all need ports and he can resell them. Technic Nerd. Oh, hey, Technic Nerd AI. BA, hello. I don't know if I said hi to you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Phil, you need to do the Amazon links. I haven't been checking mine, but I have $48 this month, and my Amazon links that are in the description. You could probably get more, but I've made $48 in my Amazon links. So that's more than I get on YouTube. And um, Phil, literally $48, Phil, um, in January in this quarter. So January, February, I've gotten $48 so far. So last quarter was just November and December, and I made $22. So I must have missed something. Yeah, I don't. I use an ultrasonic, but yeah, you can just use IPA and soak it. Yeah, the Amazon wings. If you have Amazon links for like a 99-cent item, you're not gonna do anything. I have all my test gear on there, so someone buys a $600 meter, it's gonna pay a little bit more than if someone buys a 99-cent item. So that's pretty good, Phil. Yeah, you did good last month, Phil. That Tronic Fix video really rocked you out. You did good on that. So, well, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna save you my rant about how people don't want you to be successful because they think that you're going to abandon them. So, yeah, so that's been my last. Like, I missed Phil's live stream because of dealing with issues like that. So people don't want you to be successful because they fear your success. So, or just use my Amazon links, Phil. That's pretty good. Just post all my links in your descriptions and we're good to go. But I'm going to let it go there, guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic day.